Hi guys, Sci-Fi Recapped here. Before we start, warning. Spoilers ahead. Today, I'm gonna explain a 2018 Chinese martial arts action movie called Shadow or Ying. The movie revolves around one of the surrogates of Chinese's ancient nobles and king, called Shadow, who has to bravely risk his life to prove his loyalty to his master. The movie begins with Commander Ziyu, who just arrives at the king's palace and informs the other that he has challenged Yang Kang to a rematch to reclaim Jing City, which has been under Yang Kingdom's occupation for several years after he lost a duel with Yang Kang. The king of Pei Kingdom is enraged and thinks that the duel is a bad idea because it'll destroy the alliance, but the commander makes it clear that it is a necessary action for their kingdom. After the commander leaves with his wife, Xiao Ai, the king tells his minister, Lu, that he plans to marry his beloved sister, Qing Ping, with Yang Kang's son named Yang Ping to maintain peace between them while showing to them that Ziyu is acting on his own. Later that night in the commander's residence, Xiao Ai secretly enters a room that connects to a cave where the real commander Ziyu, who is severely wounded, is attempting to create the same wound on the fake Ziyu's chest, whose real name is Jing Zhou. He is purposely employed to be the commander's surrogate, known as the Shadow, to retake Jing City. He was taken by Ziyu's uncle when he was 8 because he looks just like Ziyu and was trained to be a decent shadow. Since then, Jing Zhou has wanted to repay the kindness for saving him from hunger 20 years ago. Ziyu promises that he will let Jing Zhou meet his mother again after the battle is won. After that, Jing Zhou and Xiao Ai return to their residence where she teaches Jing how to play gucheng, a Chinese plucked zither. In the bedroom, the fake commander chooses to sleep on the floor because he is not the real husband of Xiao Ai. The next day, in an urgent meeting arranged by the king, the fake commander Ziyu wants to be beheaded as a punishment for declaring a war with Yang Kang. However, the king refuses and decides to revoke his powers as the commander instead. Before he's dismissed, the king demands to see the wound from Yang's saber on his chest. When the king applies an ointment on it, he realizes that the wound looks fresh. The fake Ziyu claims that the original wound has healed and he deliberately slashed his chest as a reminder of his greatest shame. He states that the wound will never heal until they have successfully reclaimed Jing City. Everyone in the room, including the king, believes him and lets him leave. After the trial, the king makes fun of Ziyu's self-inflicted action, but his sister thinks it's an honorable act and accuses his brother of being a coward. Back at the cave, Jing Zhou continues his training with the real commander, who mimics Yang's battle style so that he would be more prepared for the upcoming duel. Unfortunately, Jing Zhou, who equips himself with a metal umbrella weapon, is not able to land a single strike on the commander. Ziyu finishes the training by demonstrating the final blow he took from Yang and then becomes desperately furious with his surrogate because he's still not focused. On the other hand, the king of Pei Kingdom finally receives an answer from the Yang family regarding the marriage proposal. However, Yang Ping proposes to take Qing Ping as a concubine instead. He also offers them his personal dagger as an engagement gift. Without doubt, the king decides to accept the proposal, which makes Qing Ping furious because she wasn't informed about the plan at all. General Tian, who thinks that the offer is an insult, finally speaks up, shouting that their kingdom will perish under the king's reign. Offended with the statement, the king dismisses him from his position. As the general walks away from the hall, the king attempts to shoot an arrow towards him, but he misses. Before the king shoots his second arrow, Qing Ping intervenes and eventually agrees to the proposal. Meanwhile in Jing City, Yang Kang is testing his son's fighting ability in a duel. After the training, Yang Kang is impressed by how Commander Ziyu, who was actually Jing Zhou, has completely recovered from the wound, but his son is optimistic that Pei won't give any trouble to them as the king just sacked his 2 best fighters. Back to the cave, Jing Zhou is ready for the next training session. Before they start, Xiao Ai suggests Jing Zhou embraces soft and slow fighting style as the metal umbrella weapon represents yin in Chinese philosophy, which is associated with water and femininity. Because yin counters yang, she thinks that it will be more effective to counter Yang Kang's fierce and hard fighting style, which represents yang or fire. Xiao Ai directly demonstrates the feminine fighting style and it works. Ziyu still doesn't believe her and tells her to pair with Jing Zhou. With that technique, the pair also managed to dodge Yang Kang's signature move. Ziyu finally realizes that it's effective, deducing that there's a hope to beat Yang Kang. After that, Jing Zhou is dismissed. In the middle of the forest, Jing Zhou, acting as Commander Ziyu, meets ex-General Tian and tells him that he has finally found the winning technique to beat Yang's kingdom. He then hands over the flute and orders him to train 100 convicts who's recruited by Ziyu. Afterwards, he brings the Tian to meet the real Ziyu in person where he explains to the general about Jing Zhou's role as his shadow and his plan to become the king after retaking Jing City. He also intends to promote Tian into the commander role if that happens. The next day, Tian begins the practice session with the convicts, telling them to wield their umbrella weapons with feminine moves to beat Yang's saber technique. Meanwhile, Xiao Ai, Ziyu, and Jing Zhou are having a tea time together as tomorrow is the D-Day of the duel and the commander is optimistic with the result. As the pair return to their bedroom, Jing Zhou confesses to Xiao Ai that he has been willing to obey the commander because of her. As it's their last night together, Xiao Ai decides to sleep with him while being watched by Ziyu through the secret hole. In the morning, Jing Zhou arrives at Jing City, bringing the yin-yang arena with him, and challenges Yang Kang to duel as agreed. Yang Ping senses something is odd as he comes alone to the city. Turns out that Tian and 100 convicts are waiting below the platform. They secretly dive into the water to enter the city undetected. At the same time, Tian is startled when he sees Qing Ping is sneaking among them. In the arena, the duel, which uses the best of 3 battle format, finally begins. The first battle is easily won by Jing Zhou. However, Yang Kang manages to land a slash on Jing Zhou's chest in the second round and wins the round. In the final round, Jing Zhou uses his feminine moves to block Yang's signature saber move, causing the saber to be thrown away. Yang reacts fast, grabs the saber back, and launches a counterattack, which manages to hit Jing Zhou's knee. He offers to call it a draw because Jing Zhou manages to survive 3 rounds, but he insists on continuing the duel, which means that it'll be a life or death duel. While most of the guards' attention are occupied in the duel, the convicts sneak into the city and start eliminating the remaining guards. After that, they take out their new metal umbrella weapons and begin spinning forwards to dodge the upcoming arrows while taking the guards out with the crossbows. The close combat between the guards and the convicts eventually occurs. When a convict is about to cut down the Yang's banner, Yang Ping appears and kills him. Moments later, Qing Ping also shows up and battles him, but then gets slashed in the stomach. As he walks towards her, he questions her decision to take part in the fight. He thinks that a woman should do cooking and other things at home. When he gets closer to her, Qing Ping stabs him with the dagger she got as an engagement gift, instantly killing him. Afterwards, the banner is toppled down by Tian and the Jing city is finally recaptured. In the middle of the final battle, Yang Kang is distracted by the fallen banner and eventually becomes furious. When he's about to finish him off with one of the umbrella blades, Jing Zhou quickly snaps the blade, causing it to slit Yang's throat instead and kill him. In the evening, Jing Zhou returns to his childhood house in Jing City to meet his mother, only to find that she's been stabbed to death. Suddenly, several assassins appear and attempt to kill him. The fight ensues and the assassins almost kill him until an emissary comes to the rescue. He then tells Jing Zhou that he's sent by the king and brings him back to the Pei's kingdom. Meanwhile, the king is very shocked when he sees his sister's body. The following day, the king and the others celebrate the reclaiming of Jing City and the king personally congratulates the fake commander for the achievement. At the same time, several assassins, who are ordered by the king, arrive at Ziyu's residence in an attempt to assassinate the real commander Ziyu. Back in the hall, the king suddenly dismisses everyone in the room except Lu, Xiao Ai, and Jing Zhou. Turns out that the king knows that Lu has been reporting to Yang all this time and ends his life for being a traitor. Surprisingly, the king is also aware that Jing Zhou is a shadow of Ziyu and offers him to become the new commander because the king believes that he's loyal and obedient. Not long after, an assassin arrives at the hall with a box containing Ziyu's head. However, the box is empty and the assassin stabs the king from behind. He then removes the mask and reveals himself as Ziyu. Ziyu then provokes Jing Zhou by telling him that it was the king who ordered to kill Jing Zhou's mother. He then orders his shadow to finish the king off to avenge his mother. As Jing Zhou reaches for the sword, Ziyu attempts to kill him from behind, but the shadow is prepared and repeatedly stabs Ziyu. Afterwards, he puts the mask back and pulls the king's dying body next to Ziyu's body. He subsequently stabs the king to his death and then purposely puts the sword in Ziyu's hand. Jing Zhou walks out of the hall and announces to the others that the king has been assassinated, but he managed to kill the culprit. However, Tian does not seem to believe him. At the end of the movie, Xiao Ai runs towards the door and looks out towards an opening with an unclear expression. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.